I call upon the spirit of the owl, messenger of wisdom. Welcome to the Temple of the Owl. Merry meet, seekers of knowledge, for I am Matt's Owl, your guide through the mystical realms, and I wish you many blessings on this day. In this episode, we will discuss the 9 Muses of Greek mythology, and this is part 2. Here within the heart of the Temple of the Owl, hidden deep in the mystical forests of Northern California. Here amidst the whispers of ancient trees, we embark on a journey through the realms of magic and spirituality. As we traverse these enchanted paths, know that our perspective is that of the modern witch. And as always, the musings shared within these hollowed walls are but seeds of thought, offerings to inspire the magic that dwells within you. For you see, I believe we're all on a personal odyssey, a sacred dance between the practitioner, which is you, and the unseen forces that shape our reality. I want to say a special thank you for those listening to the frequencies of the Troubled Minds Radio Network, KUAP Digital Broadcasting. Venture forth to troubledminds.org, where an invitation awaits you to join the conversations led by my friend, Michael Strange. And please check out troubledminds.org and listen to the show and join our conversations. I want to say thank you to Michael Strange for producing this show, but I want to start out with the MOD, or what I call the message of the day. It's a random quote that I find off the internet that has to do with what we're talking about. And since we're on part 2 of the Muses, I'm going to use the same one from the first episode. And today's quote is that all the Muses have their talent, like music, art, poetry, or astronomy. And all the Muses have a gift to inspire others. Now, this is part 2 of the Muses, so I suggest you go back and listen to the first one. If not, you're on the second part. You're good to go. So let's discuss the 9 Muses, and as we go, I want you to think about each one and which one do you think gives you the most talent and inspire you in their works, and then take that energy and then try to invoke it into your life. So in Greek mythology, the Muses were goddesses who presided over the arts, sciences, and literature. They were believed to inspire creativity, providing inspiration to poets, musicians, artists, and scholars. The Muses were often depicted as beautiful young women, each associated with a particular domain of knowledge or artistic endeavor. Let's start out with the first one, Tsephorke. Now, Tsephorke was the muse of dance and choral poetry. She is often depicted as holding a lyre and dancing, symbolizing her role in inspiring dance and music. Tsephorke was a muse of dance and choral singing. She presides over the art of dance, inspiring dancers, choreographers, and musicians to create performances that celebrate movement, rhythm, and expression. Tsephorke's domain also includes choral singing, particularly the harmonious and rhythmic songs sung by choirs in dance performances. Tsephorke is often depicted as a graceful and elegant figure, adorned with symbols of dance and music. She may be portrayed wearing flowers and robes and holding a lyre or a flute, representing her association with music and rhythm. Alternatively, she may be depicted in a dancing pose, with one foot raised and arms extended, symbolizing the joy and the exuberance of dance. While Tosographes does not feature predominantly in many mythical tales herself, she is revered as the divine patroness of dance and choral arts. She is often invoked by dancers and musicians seeking inspiration for their performances, and her presence is felt in the rhythmic and harmonious movements of dance and singers. Tosography's influence extends beyond Greek mythology and has inspired countless dancers, choreographers, and musicians throughout history. Her name is often invoked in contexts related to dance, music, and performing arts, and she remains a beloved and iconic figure in artistic circles. Tosography's legacy as the muse of dance and choral singing endures to this day, as her influence continues to inspire artists and performers across various genres and mediums. Whether through graceful movements of a ballet performance or the rhythmic beats of a choral composition, Tosography's spirit lives in the hearts and minds of those who seek to express themselves through the power of dance and music. To invoke Tosography, create your sacred space by burning sage or lighting candles. Prepare an offering for Tosography. This could be a piece of music, a dance performance, or flowers. Place it on your altar. Recite an invocation, prayer, or chant. Here is an example. Tosography, muse of dance and song, inspire my steps where I belong. With rhythm and grace, guide my feet. In your presence, let art and movement meet. Grant me the gift of dance divine. With every motion, let your spirit shine. I honor you, Tosography, with joy and delight. Bless my work with your muse light. So mote it be. Now spend some time in movement, in quiet movement, meditation, allowing your body to express itself freely, and then be open to any inspiration that Tosography might bring to you. And then thank Tosography for her presence and guidance. Up next we have Erato. Erato was the muse of love, poetry, and lyric poetry. She is often depicted holding a lyre and a wreath of roses, symbolizing her role in inspiring romantic and lyrical works. Erato is the muse of lyric poetry and love poetry. She presides over the art of poetry that expresses romantic and erotic themes, inspiring poets and writers to create works that celebrate love, beauty, and desire. Erato's domain also includes music and dance, particularly those forms of artistic expression that invoke feelings of passion and affection. She's often depicted as a graceful and alluring figure, adorned with symbols of love and poetry. She presides over the art of expressive romantic and erotic themes, inspiring poets and writers to create and celebrate love, beauty, and desire. Erato's domain also includes music and dance, and invokes feelings of passion and affection. She may be portrayed wearing a wreath of roses or myrtle, symbolizing love and desire, and holding a lyre or a scroll, representing her association with music and literature. Alternatively, she might be depicted in a dancing pose, embodying the joy and serenity of artistic expression. While Irota does not feature predominantly in mythical tales herself, she is revered as a divine patroness of love and poetry. She is often invoked by poets and writers seeking inspiration for their romantic and exotic works, or their erotic works, and her presence is felt in the passionate verses of melodies that celebrate beauty and love. Iroto's influence extends beyond Greek mythology and has inspired countless poets, writers, and artists throughout history. Her name is often invoked in contexts related to love, poetry, romantic literature, and artistic expression, and she remains a beloved and iconic figure in the world of literature and arts. Iroto's legacy as the muse of love poetry and lyricism endures to this day, as her influence continues to inspire poets and writers across various genres of mediums. Whether through the tender verses of a love sonnet or the passionate lyrics of a romantic song, Iroto's spirit lives on in the hearts and minds of those who seek to express the beauty and the complexity of love through their creative works. To invoke Iroto, create your sacred space. Gather items associated with Iroto, such as love poems, roses, a lyre, or images of her. Include symbols related to love, passion, and romantic expression. Prepare an offering for Iroto. This could be a love poem, a piece of romantic writing, flowers, or any item symbolizing love, and place it on your altar. Here's an example of a prayer or a chant to invoke Iroto. Iroto, muse of love's sweet art, inspire the words that touch the heart. With lyre in hand and passion's fire, guide my pen with your desire. Grant me the gift of love's embrace, to write beauty, charm, and grace. I honor you, Iroto, with reverence and care. Bless my work, love's muse so fair, so mote it be. Now spend some time in quiet meditation, open to any inspiration of romantic feelings that Iroto might bring to you, and thank Iroto for her presence and guidance. Up next we have Polyamna. Now Polyamna was the muse of sacred poetry and hymns. She's often depicted with her finger to her lips, symbolizing her role in inspiring contemplative and spiritual works. Polyamna is the muse of sacred poetry, hymns, and dance. She presides over the art of poetry and music, that is, the divine, inspiring poets, musicians, and dancers to create works that honor and celebrate the gods and goddesses. Polyamna is often depicted as a serene and contemplative figure, with her finger pressed to her lips in a gesture of silence or meditation. She may be portrayed wearing a veil or a cloak, symbolizing her mysteries to the divine and her connection to those mysteries. In some depictions, she holds a lyre or a scroll, representing her association with music and poetry. While Polyamna is not a feature predominantly in mythological tales herself, she's revered as the divine patroness of sacred arts and worship. She is often invoked by poets and musicians seeking inspiration for the devotional works, and her presence is felt in the solemn hymns and prayers offered to the gods and goddesses. Polyhemna's influence extends beyond Greek mythology and has inspired countless poets and artists throughout history. Her name is often invoked in contexts related to sacred poetry and religious devotion, and she remains a symbol of spiritual inspiration and artistic creativity. Polyhemna's legacy as the muse of sacred poetry endures to this day, and her influence continues to inspire artists and worshippers across various religious traditions and spiritual paths. Whether through the reverent verses of a sacred hymn or the graceful movements of a devotional dance, Polyhemna's spirit lives in the hearts and minds of those who seek to honor and commune with the divine through their creative works. The muse of astronomy and astrology. No. So up next we have the muse of astrology and astronomy. Well, no. So let's invoke Polyhemna. To invoke Polyhemna, create your sacred space. Gather items associated with Polyhemna such as sacred texts, hymns, a veil, or images of her. Include symbols related to spirituality and sacred expression. Now prepare an offering for Polyhemna. This could be a sacred hymn, a piece of spiritual writing, flowers, or any item symbolizing spirituality and devotion. Now place it on the altar. Recite an invocation prayer or chant. Here's an example. Polyhemna, muse of sacred song, inspire my heart where I belong. With hymns of praise and works divine, guide my soul in your light shine. Grant me the gift of elegant speech, sacred truths let me reach. I honor you, Polyhemna, with reverence and care. Bless my work, muse so fair. So mote it be. Now spend some time in quiet meditation, open to any spiritual inspiration or deep contemplation that Polyhemna might bring to you, and then thank Polyhemna for her presence and guidance. Up next is Urania, and Urania is the muse of astrology and astronomy. She presides over the study of the stars, planets, and celestial phenomena, inspiring astronomers, astrologers, and scientists to explore the mysteries of the cosmos and understand the movements of the heavenly bodies. Urania is often depicted as serene and contemplative figure, gazing up at the stars or holding a celestial globe or compass. She is maybe portrayed wearing a robe adorned with stars or other astronomical symbols, symbolizing her connection to the heavens. In some depictions, she may hold a stylus or a scroll representing her association with knowledge and wisdom. While Urania she's not featured predominantly in all the mythical tales herself, she is revered as the divine patroness of astronomy and astrology. She is often invoked by scholars and seekers of knowledge seeking to understand the mysteries of the universe, and her presence is often felt in scientific discoveries and cosmic insights that illuminate our understanding of the cosmos. Urania's influence extends beyond Greek mythology and has inspired countless astronomers, astrologers, and scientists throughout history. Her name is invoked in contexts related to astronomy and astrology and the pursuit of cosmic knowledge. She remains a symbol of intellectual curiosity and the quest for understanding the universe. Urania's legacy as the muse of astrology and astronomy endures to this day, as she's an influence to continue and inspire scientists and seekers of cosmic wisdom across various cultures and civilizations. Whether through mysterious observations of the stars or the planets and the contemplation of celestial cycles and patterns, Urania's spirit lives on in the hearts and minds of those who seek to unveil the mysteries of the cosmos. To invoke Urania, create your sacred space. Prepare an offering for Urania. This could be a written work on astronomy, a drawing of the night sky, flowers, or an item symbolizing a celestial realm. Place it on your altar. Recite an invocation prayer or chant. Here's an example. Urania, muse of the stars and sky, inspire my mind. Let my spirit fly, with charts of stars and cosmic grace. Guide my thoughts to a higher place. Grant me wisdom of celestial sphere. Help me see the universe clear. I honor you, Urania, with reverence and care. Bless my work, muse of the air. So mote it be. Now spend some time in quiet meditation, gazing at the stars if possible, and being open to any celestial inspiration that Urania might bring to you. And then thank Urania for her presence and her guidance. That's the last of the Muses. The Muses were believed to reside on Mount Olympus, the home of the gods, where they would sing and dance in celebration and creativity and inspiration. Artists and scholars often invoke the Muses at the beginning of their works, seeking their guidance and blessings in their creative endeavors. So I want you guys to take some time and figure out who is your own personal muse and who is inspiration for you, and then you can call upon them when you need it. And I want to know if you guys have results. Please leave in the comments if you find this interesting. If you guys are learning about the Muses with me, I want to thank you guys. But the Muses, to me, it's important that we talk about this kind of stuff, because if it is something that we can call upon, then why not? Why not try? Why not reach out to these deities, these muses, and see if it can help you in any way? I want to see the results. And I want to thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for listening on Spotify and YouTube. And a special thank you for you guys listening on KUAP Digital Broadcasting. That's the Troubled Minds Radio Network. Check out troubledminds.org. I'll thank you guys. Have a great night. This is Matt's Owl. Release the spirit of the owl. Thank you guys. Have a good night.